All right, guys, this video is about not buying a home. Now, a lot of people are going to be upset about this video, but I'm going to give you the best financial advice I possibly can. So, whether or not if you've been keeping up with the housing market, with the banks, with the interest, it all comes down to how much you make a year after taxes. You got a lot of people that, I make six figures. They make like 115, and after taxes, they come home with like 85,000. So, how much do you make? That's what it comes down to. How much you make. And I'm gonna say this too. Do you really want to own a home? Because a lot of times guys will get pressured into buying a home because their girlfriend or their wife. You know what I mean? Now I understand if you have kids or whatever, you need more space. That's a given. But with that being said, you can also rent. But the only thing about rent is you have to worry about possibly the owner kicking you out. So I guess it's not so much of an issue, but just be aware. Like if you rent, you have to worry about the owner not letting you stay there, continuing your contract, So they'll let you stay there for a year, they'll kick you out because I hear this a lot that owners will sell. They'll come across an investor or an actual buyer and then they'll sit and they end up kicking you out. So if you're not worried about that, then go ahead and just rent. That way, if something happens, the landlord, the owner is in charge of all the repairs. I'm pretty sure you probably got to cut the grass. I don't know how that works, but just be aware of that. So if you rent, just be prepared to possibly move at some point in time throughout the entire time, that you're at the home. Guys, if you're a single guy, no responsibility, just you, I'm going to say this. I would not buy a home because 9 times out of 10, the guys I talk to who's financially stable, they don't own a home. They're focused on the future when they get all old and wrinkly, so they can have money in their account. And then sometimes it's not the fact that they can't afford it; it's just that they don't want the responsibilities. You understand that, right? So don't look at people that's in apartments or what do you call them, townhomes. They don't want to deal with the responsibility, aka the maintenance of the property. So they understand. Okay, I can get a home, pay my $1,500, $2,500 a month. Okay. I got to pay for property taxes. I got to pay for the upkeep. Like you got to pay for the trash. You got to pay for the lawn care, whether you do it or not. Now, if you're an active person, lawn care won't be a problem for you. But if you're a lazy slouch, you're going to have to pay. That's automatic. You got to pay for the trash. You got to pay for the flood insurance. You got to pay for tornado, all this other stuff. I know here in Texas, this one particular neighborhood, it's a well-off neighborhood. No one had flood insurance. They said, it never flooded. I've been here all my life. And then it ended up flooding one year really bad. And then a lot of people was out on their ass. Luckily, at that time, Red Cross, they wasn't getting they weren't getting hit over the head like they are now. They had plenty of money to go around, so they was able to get them out of out of a bad position. But stuff like that, man, y'all this type of insurance, whatever, property. Now here, property taxes going up through the roof or whatever. I don't know if it's just in certain states, but I heard that's a thing now. So you got to be careful with that. There's a lot of stuff that you had to go through as far as you being a homeowner. I'm going to say that once you actually own the home, of course. If you just paying on it, they're supposed to be covering your ass until the house is completely paid off. Or, I'm assuming you can get that worked out in some kind of contract, but that's normal. So with that being said, okay, I can pay the $1,500, $2,500 extra or whatever a month for the mortgage, or I can just pay my rent at my apartment. Then they cover all the repairs. Don't have to worry about taxes. All I gotta do is pay my rent. As long as I pay my rent, I'm okay. So just keep that in mind, guys. Don't buy a house if you don't want a house. You know what I mean? Don't let these people belittle you or make it seem like you're not doing great in life. You're a loser, or you're less of a man because you don't own a house. It's a lot of people that I have talked to that don't own homes. They either rent, they're a renter, or they have an apartment. Hell, if you got a trailer or whatever, if you get your little land, put your trailer on that bad boy, then you can just live like that. Now I'm gonna say this, trailers are not meant forever. You got the hillbillies, they make it work. They stay in the same trailer. It's been their family for 3 generations. Now keep in mind, the trailer is not meant to last forever. So the smart thing to do, if you do want to get a house, buy your piece of land, put a trailer on there, stack your money up, and then get the house built. And then with the trailer, if anything, you can either sell it. You can either sell it, or you can like get your, another piece of land, and then you can put it on there and then have somebody rent it for you. So you can do that. You got options, but if you really want a house, that's the best thing to do, is get you a piece of land, get your trailer, save your money up, and then get one built. You can do that. You know what I mean? That way is straight cash money. You don't have to worry about the finance or anything like that. Or you can go ahead and get a house built, and then, obviously you should have a great, 2% interest or whatever like that, 3% interest, as far as you getting the home built. You got some options, but as far as you going out here in the market right now and buying a house that's worth $90,000 and paying $325 for it, you're never winning. You're never gonna win, bro. Like, remember, them payments. Why would you pay damn near more, like almost $210,000 on top of what the house is really worth? And then on top of that, it's a shoddy house. You got a lot of these DIY flippers. They be coming through these houses. They do the bare minimum, a lot of shoddy work. And on top of that, the house is worth $90,000, but you're gonna pay $210,000 for somebody who put some cheap ass laminate down, shoddy ass paint, the roof still leaking. Don't do that. There's so many people that's doing that, especially the ones coming from out of town. So that really, the people that came from out of town, the people from LA, the people from New York, they're not the only reason why the housing market is jacked up. You got people, China, I say this all the time, I don't know how this is legal, but America, we're so lenient on foreigners. China, all these people in China is buying up so many properties and they're holding on to it, and it's just weird. But that's why the housing market's all jacked up now. So you would probably ask, hey man, how do I fight against the how do I fight the enemy? Simply just don't, subdue. Don't just fall for the tactics. Don't fall for the BS, man. Now, when people complain about stuff getting, crazy expensive, the simplest way to fix that is to simply don't buy it. Of course, eggs. I don't know about certain stores or whatever like that, but I took a picture of one store. I went to like Fiesta or something. I took a picture of it. It was a box of eggs. I think it was like what, you know how to make a box, it was a 12, 20, 36 or something like that. It's probably a little bit more, but what I'm talking about, the box, the box of eggs. It's like 3 layers of eggs in there. The box literally was $42, and I saw the picture online. So if you're wondering, oh, what should I do? Just don't buy eggs. Now, remember, they're in the business of sell you products. So what they're gonna do, what are any companies gonna do? A logical answer is, okay, they're not buying my product. How can I get these customers to buy my product? Drop the price. So we all know that is not a normal price. We all know that. So what are you gonna do about the egg situation? For example, just don't buy the eggs. Give it time and the price will go back to normal. It's just that simple, because you guys have to remember, stop getting so caught up in this media, because again, the news is not here for us. It's here to manipulate us, control us, brainwash us, trick us, all the other stuff like that. They not really here for our best interest, man. So don't always watch the news and be like, oh yeah, that's 100% true. No, man. Do your own research and then take it for a grain of salt. That's really what it is. A lot of people don't even watch the news anymore because it's so depressing. I understand they got crime and stuff like that going on. I get that, but for the most part, when is there a day to where the news is 100% good? Like, oh yeah, I'm enjoying it. Nah, it's always something going on. Like, they always doing something in there to catch us off guard, to manipulate us, to control us, or whatever. So just keep that in mind. Same thing with the housing market. Now, you got some people out there, they're like, oh yeah, this house is worth $120,000. I'm gonna charge them $400,000. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work, what they're gonna do? They're gonna drop the price back to normal. It's that simple, man. So don't go out here, you get you a house and, oh yeah, I got the house $200,000, but the interest rate is 25%. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Now, if you're a person that really want a house, you have options. You can go ahead and get you an auction house. You can get a foreclosure, which is gonna happen. So if anything, if you want a house, you just wait a little bit longer. That foreclosure is already happening, but it's gonna be a wave of it, man. It's gonna be a wave of it. This happened before, years ago. This is nothing new, man. So either get you a foreclosed home, get your auction home from the city or the state, or get you a fixer up and you put some money into it. It's up to you, but never pay more than what the house is worth. It doesn't make, you gotta understand, you're not buying some shoes from one of them those shoe expos or whatever like that, where they charge you extra $200-$300 for some shoes. That's different. You can bounce back from that. But somebody selling you a house that's worth $120,000 and they trying to sell it to you for $500,000. That doesn't you'll never bounce back from that, bro. It's not about you having the money now. It's about being smart with your money. You had a lot of people from California. They was pulling off. I talked to so many contractors that come out here buy a house for $320. Them believing in the hype, like, oh, they're running out of houses. They was paying $500 for it, cash. Remember, California, you get a shitty shack out there in California for $1 million. That's a minimum, $1 million. So they sell that house for 1.5. They come out here, get them a brand new house, brick, and instead of them paying the regular, the asking price, $320, they pay the $500,000. Guess what? They still have $1 million in the bank. So that's a dumb move on their part, but they had a lot of extra money to where they'll be okay. You know what I mean? Don't do that. The interest rate I hear about you people talking about online, it's like, why would you put yourself in that situation? A lot of women are falling for it because, again, women are not leaders, they followers. They're over here getting the highest interest rate that they can find. And then soon they get the first payment. Oh, I'm a homeowner. I'm going to say this. It's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. You are not a homeowner if you're paying on the home, man. Only way you're a legitimate homeowner unless you pay for that thing cash or you already paid. You already made your last payment. That's it. You cannot make one payment. And I'm a homeowner. You know you're not, man. You're not. Stop, guys, stop. It's only the female. I only hear the guys say it. It's always the females. You are not a homeowner until that house is either paid off completely or you pay for that house in cash. That's it. I don't want to hear anything else in the middle. It does not matter. And then you get mad because, oh, I can't afford the house. There's a lot of people that's house poor. So on top of that, you probably have just enough to make the payment, but why would you put yourself in that situation? Remember, you got to pay for trash. You got to pay for insurance. You got to pay for the maintenance of the home. Oh, it's a brand new home. You still got to pay for maintenance. Stuff is going to pop up here and there. This is you can't get away from that. That's what it is, man. So stop thinking that, and then you don't even get a damn inspection, a legitimate inspection. You want to save $300,000. You bought a house. Well, you about to make a payment on a $350,000 house for 50 years, and you didn't even take your time to get a legitimate home inspector. That's what, $200-$300 or whatever. So you already doing bad financially. That makes no sense. That's like getting a brand new car and you don't get full coverage on it. You can't afford it. So you already know that you couldn't afford it before you even started looking, before you even got you a realtor, before you even went to the office, before you even signed the paperwork. You already knew you couldn't afford it. And a lot of you people that get into these homes, you're like, oh, y'all can make the payment, but can you afford to keep up with the home? That's like, anybody can do that. Anybody can save up four weeks of paychecks. Anybody can save up 3 weeks of paycheck to pay the mortgage, but can you keep the lights on? Can you keep the water, the gas? Can you keep food in your refrigerator? Can you afford furniture? Can you buy Netflix? Can you chill? You can't do none of that. It's always the females that do that, man. No, guys, listen, just because you can make a payment doesn't mean you can afford the home, man. So if you're that person right now that's watching this video like, oh, yeah, I'm thinking about getting a house, I can afford $1,500, I can afford $2,000 a month. That's fine, bro, but will it put you in ruins? And 9 times out of 10, it will, bro. It will put you in ruins, bro. So I'm going to tell you right now, don't worry about getting a house, because at the end of the day, these females don't give a damn about you. Just make sure you're in the best position you possibly can be in. So if you're in an apartment, whether you're paying $500, whether you're paying $2,000, whatever, if you're comfortable, you can easily afford that, keep living your life, bro. Because at the end of the day, none of this matters besides you having money and being in a good position in life. That's the only thing that matters, bro. Don't worry about trying to show off and try to look better than the next person. It don't matter, bro. Because at the end of the day, these people don't care about you. They're going to talk about you whether you're doing good or bad, bro. So just keep that in mind. So as far as you looking into buying a home, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. If you're going to be one of them regular people that's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to pay my mortgage for 30, I'm going to get a 35-year mortgage, don't even waste your time. Me personally, save your money, fam. Get your little piece of land. You can finance it through an actual builder. You can do that. Buy the house, you know what I mean, through a foreclosure. Buy the house from a state or city auction. Those are your options. Your options. That's pretty much it. Unless, somebody, your parents or somebody gave you a home. That's a different story. And on top of that, like I say, the maintenance is always going to be there, bro. You always going to have to just take, I'm not saying stuff going to happen constantly, but when something does happen in the house, most times it's going to be pretty expensive. And it depends on how big is it. It's going to be even more expensive. Just keep that in mind, too. You don't want to be like, okay, I can make the payments and somehow you get a nasty water leak or something like that, and then it's going to cost you like 20 grand, and then they take all the money out your savings account. Do you want to deal with that? No, you still have to have money, bro. Even if you're making payments on the home, You still have to have money. Stop thinking, oh, I'll make the payments all good. It's a brand new house. Nothing gonna happen for 35 years, 30 years. You delusional, homie. Something's gonna happen, bro. Something's gonna happen. Remember, you're gonna have extra bills on top of that. A lot of people get so used to staying in the apartment, only gotta pay rent, and that's it. When you go to a home, it's like, yeah, I just pay my mortgage, that's it. No, bro. The gas, the trash, you gotta deal with you probably got HOA fees. I'm never gonna do that. Don't never move to a subdivision, a neighborhood that got HOA. What they got going on now is bonkers, bro. The price they charge you guys, and this is like they breaking contract rules and all stuff like that. And if you don't pay your HOA, they're gonna take your house. You don't need them kind of problems, man. You don't need them kind of problems. So just be very strategic about what you're doing with your money. Remember, you probably can pay the mortgage every month, but can you afford to pay if something happens? And then if it's so, is it going to drain your bank account? You still, I'll say this again. I say this all the time as a perfect example. You cannot be staying in a $300,000 house working at Little Caesars part-time, bro. I don't care what the realtor did for you, because a lot of, especially when that's what was it, the second, I think we had two of them, this about to be the third one. I think it was the second time we had the housing crash or whatever. It was so many people getting housed, bro. They a lot of them didn't have jobs. A lot of them were working little temp. I'm like, bro, you don't even make enough a month to be able to afford it. How are you getting these houses? The realtors was finessing the paperwork. So just because realtor got you in there, you know what I mean? They didn't finesse the paperwork. They got you in there. You working for Little Caesars part time. You staying in a $300,000 brand new house, and you think you're gonna be good? Nah, bro. You can't even afford. You can't. That's why I'm saying you can't even afford the mortgage. But just because somebody hooked you up, you think you good. They ain't hook you up, bro. They put you in a bad position. Now you're gonna have a foreclosure on your credit. Your credit probably jacked up already, but now you got a foreclosure on top of that, bro. You can't even afford the mortgage. You go home every day. Your lights damn near barely on. You never have any food in the refrigerator. You got no furniture. Your house poor, fam. So why would you be in a position where you live in comfort? You got furniture in your apartment or you rent or whatever. You got furniture in your place. Your fridge always full. You know what I mean? You got all these amenities and stuff like that. You always going out, enjoying life. Till you going into a mortgage and now you have none of that. Just say, oh, I'm in the house. Oh, no, my bad. I'm a homeowner when you really not a homeowner. You ain't even made one payment yet, but you all on Facebook and taking pictures of keys and shit. Bro, chill out. I'm not here to rain on your parade, but I'm just telling you what it is. These realtors, they don't care about you, bro. All they doing is just trying to get their money. I understand it's a hustle. Because being a realtor at the end of the day is a hustle, bro. That's all it is to it. So for you guys, they may come across this video like, oh yeah, no, don't worry about it, bro. I'm gonna say this again. Forget what they talking about. Matter of fact, I watched a video 2 days ago about them having too many houses. Funny how that works, right? So if you got watching the video talking about, oh, I want to, you're not missing out on nothing, bro. I promise you. Especially if you're a single guy, you're not missing out on nothing, bro. I promise you. Don't fall for the peer pressure for these females talking about, oh yeah, again, the ones that's down bad. Oh, he got to make $1 million an hour. He got to be 7 foot top. Don't worry about them, bro. Those are pavement pounders. Don't never pay attention to these pavement pounders, bro. This is what it is. So don't never feel bad if somebody try to shame you because you don't own a home. 9 times 10, they don't own a home either. They making payments, fam. And then a lot of times they probably 2-3 months behind. So don't worry. Like, again, never compare your life to somebody else's life, bro. If your life is good, keep living your good life, bro. I'm not here to stray you away from the greatness, bro. I want you to keep. If you're in that apartment, you chilling. If you're in a trailer house, you chilling. If you chilling, bro, the condo, whatever. I'm gonna say this too. If you're at your parents' house, you chilling, bro. Keep living your life, bro. That's your life. At the end of the day, all that matters is if you're happy and you got money in your pocket, bro. That's all it is to it. So again, you homeowners out there, you in a world of trouble right now, bro. Because like I say, the interest rate go up, the mortgage be going up. You guys don't even sign a fixed rate. I know all that, bro. What you talking about? You don't sign going there blind like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sign whatever. You don't sign a fixed rate. Next thing you know, your rent go up $1,500, and then guess what? What you gonna do then? You better make the payments in. Now your rent, your mortgage went up $1,500 because you ain't signed a fixed rate. What you gonna do now? You already house poor, struggling to make that little bullshit $1,200 a month. Now you gotta pay $3,200 a month or whatever. What you gonna do then? It's a lot of females in that position, man. So again, never follow a female, bro. If your path is working, stay on your path, bro. Don't let nobody knock you off your path. That's all I'm saying. So if you got any valuable advice from this video, you already know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And of course, if you didn't like the video, because I'm getting a lot of that, which is cool, because that helps the algorithm. If you don't like the video, go ahead and, voice your concerns. And no matter what, always protect your peace your pockets, and your purpose. All right, guys.